right now want to look at the top prospects, not NBA players. So definitely don't want to have the sound on for any of these videos. Don't want any copyright strikes or anything like that. Here is AJ Dybansta. We'll look a little bit at his video, and I'll talk about him a little bit. He's originally from the Mass area, about 6'7", 6'8". As you could see, he's a three-level scorer, shoots the three, athletic, long arms. This is actually really good. This video is old, but it shows like everything you need to see. At least offensively, it shows everything you need to see. You see the handle, you see the ability to break people down, you see the ability to get to the cup, see the athleticism, you see the mid-range. Shout out to SBJ. They made the video. Let me know if you want this taken down. Um, AJ Dybansta, Brandon McCoy. I'll just mention Brandon McCoy quickly. Brandon McCoy out of California. He's definitely one of the top players in the 2026 class. Don't want to not mention him. So shout out to Brandon McCoy. Played well on the U17 in the tournament that just finished the FIBA tournament. So Brandon McCoy, definitely love to him. Maybe do a little bit more stuff on him at another time. But AJ Dybansta, 6'7", 6'8", wing, played with the Oakland Soldiers. Let me know your thoughts if you've seen any of these guys or if you have any thoughts on any of these guys. But yeah. AJ is tough, man. AJ is tough. He he's one of those kids where he could be a game changer. Dorian Dorian Group did a lot of analysis on him, and I liked what he said. One of the key things with AJ is there's a lot of like the main things that you see, like athleticism, height. He's a wing. Like those are always super highly coveted. The height, the athleticism, the ability to score at all three levels, getting to the rim, shooting the midi, as well as shooting the three ball. But the thing with AJ, man, is he competes on both ends. You know what I mean? And when you're evaluating great players, you kind of want to have shout out to anybody who's in here. Let me know your thoughts on any of these players. But when you're evaluating players in the way like a lot of scouts evaluate players is little things. So a lot of people see like dunks, highlights, crossovers, things like that. But when they're evaluating, they want to see like that you're tagging the roll man. So like tagging the roll man, when I say that, it's like when you're guarding the pick and roll, the guy who's rolling, you want to make sure you touch him and apply pressure. So you're making sure that he's not getting an easy bucket, right? You want to make sure that guys are getting back on defense and not just getting dunked on or just running to spots so you can jack up threes. What happens a lot in the AAU space, to be honest with you, is even these guys, they do a lot of runouts. So when I say runouts, it's like you get the other team shoots the ball, you don't get the rebound, you just run out for a fast break dunk or a layup or whatever, right? That happens a lot, but you want to make sure at least you're competing on the defensive end, because when you're not competing on the defensive end, you're losing possessions for your team. It's just the way it is. I can show you team after team after team after team in the NBA. When you don't do that, it affects your ability to win titles. And if you, I could show you multiple players in the NBA that are great, 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 great NBA players, but they don't do enough on the defensive end, and you rarely win titles like that. And I just don't want to call guys out, but I know there are many players, and maybe if I do like evaluations on those players, I can speak on it a little bit more, but I don't want to disrespect anybody. I don't want to get into that. But I will say, if you are a young kid watching this, make sure you try to compete a little bit on the defensive end. It's just part of the thing. And that's what makes AJ special, is the fact that he does it on both ends. You know, he's got the size, he's got the athleticism, but he cares. Like, he plays with effort, and he has what they call, like a lot of coaches and stuff, they call activity level. So he plays with activity. We'll go next into Tyran Stokes, right? His Oakland Soldiers teammate. Let's see Tyran Stokes. Watch a little video and then just give you my thoughts on Tyran. Let's look at a little bit of the video. Let's see what's up. Who made this video? Slam. Uh, mm, yeah, okay. Right? So Tyron burst onto the scene a few years ago at that All-American camp in the on the West Coast. I mean, the kid was just dunking on people's heads. He was just, you couldn't stay in front of him. You know what I mean? And especially at that age, he's just a little too strong for kids, right? But the thing about Tyron that you got to respect is he's doing a lot of his work at the 17U level, right? When you're doing it at the 17U level, it's different than the 16U level. It just is. So when you're playing at the 16U level, there's a lot of like lanes to the basket that you're going to get. You're not playing against the same level athletic, active shot blockers that you're going to play at the 17U level, right? You see the thing with Tyron, big strong kid gets to the rim and he's ready to activate, right? He's going to dunk it on your head. He's going to finish strong. And the thing with him, he plays with a lot of effort. You know what I mean? Like, the kid just like he doesn't quit. Like, he just doesn't quit. Um, when he started out, what I liked this year in EYBL, I don't know if any of y'all were watching EYBL this year. They were allowing you to live stream it. Maybe next year, another time, I'll try and get to some of these games live so I can throw some of this on there for you. And we could just kind of like, and you'll have like that video so for you to look at. But the thing with Tyron, man, like, one thing I like about him is he's not just gotten in, like, the knock on him before, he has to get in a little bit better shape. He looks like he's trying to be in the best shape he can be. And the thing with him is he was rebounding the ball at a high clip, probably averaging close to a double double, if not a double double at EYBL. He was also assisting the ball. He might average around 6 assists per game. So he was like top five in scoring, top five in rebounding, top five in assists, like doing everything and hitting the three ball. So it's not just dunk, 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 layup, layup, layup. He's showing in the half court as well. Yeah, he excels in the open court, but he's showing in the half court as well. He's a threat. You know what I mean? And the thing with Tyron, let me know in the chat where you're from and everything, and feel free to subscribe. Um, Feel free to subscribe if you want to hear stuff like this more often. But the thing with Tyron, man, similar to AJ, like, those guys that compete, they compete on offense, they compete on defense, and they really care. Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, let me just score. Same thing. They do a lot of leak outs, right? Like, somebody gets a rebound, the other one's just leaking out, easy bucket. But they do play hard. Like, these dudes are playing hard on both ends, so you can kind of be okay with it. Like, you could let some of that go. You know what I mean? And I just love the way in the half court he's hitting threes, finding teammates, playing unselfishly. I love the way he's hooping. And he played big time ball in the 17U, similar to AJ Dybansta. They all played in that 17U FIBA tournament. If you want to go watch some of the highlights, go to club.com. Check out some of the highlights. It was fire. It was fire. It was so much fun watching all these kids play. Um, Next, we want to go into Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper, he is going to Rutgers. Dylan Harper is going to Rutgers this year. So my goal, and anybody who messes with this channel, who watches this channel, please try to keep me accountable. My goal is to try and get to a game this year. Shout out to Zeke. No, I don't know who made this video, but TC Steez. So shout out to TC Steez for this video. And the thing with Dylan Harper, man, Don Bosco kid. The thing with Dylan Harper, man, he's not really known for being like ultra athletic. He's kind of his player comp is they're calling him like Jalen Brunson, but Dylan Harper is like a legit 6'5", right? So Dylan Harper, a little background, his father is Ron Harper. So Ron Harper, who used to play with the Bulls, Ron Harper, who used to play with the Lakers, won titles with the Bulls, the Lakers, and played with the Clippers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. To me, he's the most underrated player in NBA history, and I mean that. Um, a guy who, like, if you look at Dylan Harper, like, uh, he scores again at all three levels, three ball, getting to the rim there, and the thing with, well, probably more three and rim. The thing with him is, like, even though he's lefty, he finishes with both hands, and that's what I like. I really do like that. And for a player like him, like, he does compete on the defensive end, and he's a smart defender. He's a smart defender, and he's a smart player. He's not known for his athleticism, but like he will put it on your head. He will dunk on cats. He will get to the rim. You know what I mean? Maybe not as much at the NBA level, but at 6'5", big body, strong kid, he's built for the Big Ten. Like physicality is nothing to him. One of the best guards New Jersey has produced in a while, and I honestly think he's the best prospect coming into this year's draft. That's just my opinion. Um, I just think he can really play. He reminds me of a James Harden, lefty, 6'5", big body. You know what I mean? Like, let me know in the chat like what your thoughts are, but I really like the way Dylan Harper competes. I like his potential. I like his ability to shoot the ball, and I just think he plays really hard. You know what I mean? Similar to the guy we'll go into next, his mother was an assistant coach. And I feel like that's one of the things that a lot of these kids are doing. They're having their mother be like an assistant coach. If you look at or same thing with Cooper Flagg. His mother was an assistant at Montverde. And a lot of these guys, a lot of the ways that a lot of these guys are successful is they're having their family like really look out for things for them. And I'm not hating on that. Like, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a pops that played in the league, or you know dudes that played in the league, do what you got to do. You know what I mean, to get yourself to the best possible position. But interesting to see him at Rutgers. I'll get into his Rutgers teammate freshman in a bit. I'll probably end it with his Rutgers teammate freshman. But yeah, I really like Dylan Harper, and I think he's the best prospect in the next upcoming draft. That's just my opinion. Next we have Cooper Flagg. So Cooper Flagg, Stay prayed up. Psalm 28:7. The Lord is my strength and my shield. In him my heart trusts, and I'm helped, and my heart exults. And with song I give thanks to him. Yeah, stay prayed up, y'all. So we're gonna get into Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg kind of, I mean, he's the most like he's the biggest prospect in right now. Um, he definitely blew up more. Um, he definitely blew up more when he played with the select team. He definitely blew up more when he played with the select team. This summer. And like the thing with these highlights is I feel like a lot of these were on the 16U level. No disrespect, but the 16U level is not the 17U level. It just isn't. One thing of Cooper Flagg's, a lot of people are comparing him to Andre Karolinko. I don't know if you remember Andre Karolinko from the early 2000s. Look, you see that block right there. So Cooper Flagg is really good, right? He's super athletic, super long arms, could score. He's playing at Duke. I would say he's great in transition and in the half court. He's really good with. I'm sure they're gonna show it, but there's a move that he does where he's going to the left and he like brings it behind the back, gets into his pull up. Like that's his go-to move. Like he's gonna launch people with that. Like you know what I mean? And yeah, he's really good. I think the next level for him, like that, is that snatchback thing. That snatchback thing is his go-to move. And the thing is, like, for Cooper, the next level is gonna be like as a defender, like to really work on being a team defender that pays attention, like to the whole floor. Like a lot of what he does now is like he's really good on the weak side. But I would say for the next step for him, if he's trying to be like a dominant defender, is to really be able to guard his man and really be able to like read what's going on offensively. Um, Making those reads are going to be the next level for him. Um, Offensively, you want to see him shoot the ball, the three ball well. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly how they're going to use him in the offense, but I would like to see him shoot the ball well on a catch and shoot basis. So, if he gets drafted to a team, with a quality point guard or a quality big man, just be on those wings, just be working on those wings, catching and shooting, working on those wings, catching and shooting. You know what I mean? Probably similar to like what Zachary Richachet, who was the number one pick, or like Davis Bertans, like guys like that. Who's another one? Like these like big wing dudes. You know what I mean? Probably has like comparisons to Paul George, but just as he's growing and he's developing as an offensive weapon, just wants to be as consistent as possible from three. Like if he can shoot the three ball at 35 to 36%, I'd be happy with that for him as a freshman. And then just try to get in transition and do nasty things on the fast break. That's my son Cooper Flag. Um, Let me know what y'all think though. Oh shoot, let me log in. Let me see if I could see any of your comments. I might be missing them because of I might be actually missing them. Like I don't know if anybody's actually saying stuff to me, but I'll check. Kick Shins, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Have you ever heard of Ashula Neal out of Gresham, Oregon, Centennial High School? No, I have not heard of Ashula Neal. Thanks for joining, Kick Shins. My bad, I wasn't able to see it. Um, no, I'm trying to see who Ashula is getting. recruited by. You're right though. 2025 class. I don't know who he's being recruited by. Doesn't really say. I imagine he's one of the top players in Oregon. He doesn't really have like a rivals. Like I'm not seeing him on rivals. Mm-mm. I'm not seeing a lot on him, but I imagine he's really good. 6'5", small forward. Um. Oh, nah, nah, nah. No, don't worry about it. It's all good. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now you let me know of a different player. Um. Okay. Who's I gonna go into next? Okay, so next we're gonna look at Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey. So I said that Dylan Harper is the best prospect. I feel like Ace Bailey has the most potential. So he's like, yeah, I don't want to use any language that is disrespectful. He has the highest ceiling. I'll say that. So when I say ceiling, like he has the best chance of being. He doesn't really have video, but Ace Bailey, he's used to have video. Mm, you know what? Let me see if I could go to the YouTube because I did some stuff on him a while back though. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if I could search in here. Yeah, it might take too long, but Ace Bailey, um, he's about 6'8", super athletic, dummy athletic. Yeah, he's one of those guys that could just score at will. You know what I mean? He takes difficult shots, but he makes difficult shots. He's one of those kids that doesn't fear the moment. Um, he's on the thinner side, so obviously he's gonna want to get a little bit stronger. I don't think he's ever gonna be super, super, super strong, but I think he'll be able to build up his upper body a little bit, get the shoulders going a little bit. Could be in the mold of like a Tracy McGrady where he gets like the upper body strength later in life. Um, he's because of his athleticism and his shooting ability, he's got the most potential. It's just a matter of like, giving as much effort as you can. Like some of these guys that I've mentioned earlier, they just go really hard on both ends and they don't really take plays off. Consistently just grinding. You know what I mean? Like those kind of guys that consistently just give it 100%. And that's like the next level for a guy like Ace Bailey. Giving it 100%, competing as much as he can on the defensive end. He may not ever be like a defensive stopper, even though he has the athleticism and the length to be one. It just, he doesn't have to be the best defensive player, but just wants to show as much of that as possible. Just because the potential is there. Like he's got the potential to be one of the best prospects coming out. He reminds me of my man that played at Duke. He was in Zion. So like, he played at Duke with Zion and played at Duke with Zion and what year draft was Zion? So probably 2019. Um, right, Zion 2019. Cam Reddish. He reminds me of Cam Reddish. Like similar type of ability, can like literally do everything and do everything like, basketball is really easy to Ace Bailey. That athleticism is just next level. So it's just a matter of trying to put together the consistent effort to really get there. Um yeah, that those are the guys that I feel are the next gen of prospects that could really be great. AJ is special. Tyran reminds me of a lot of people are comparing Tyran Stokes to Scotty Barnes, and he's got that same kind of ability, but I think the shooting is ahead of where Scotty Barnes is, especially at that particular stage. But Scotty Barnes is an NBA All-Star, so if Tyran Stokes could turn into Scotty Barnes, heck of a player. Those are my guys for now. God bless in Jesus' name, amen. Signing out.